Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Julia D. I'm all about beauty, fashion, and entrepreneurship. In today's video, we're going to be talking about how to level up mentally. I know it's not the easiest thing in the world, so let's get into it. So number one would definitely be know your worth and add tax. And I know you've probably heard that a million times, but just let me explain. Knowing your worth is knowing what you should and should not put up with people. And just as far as like knowing what you should and should not put up with your circumstances, and even really what you should and should not put up with from yourself. Like, let me give some examples. So what you should not put up with from other people. I would definitely say an example of with other people would be like, let's say, I don't know, somebody asks you to give them a ride to and from work. Like, that's nothing, it's not a big deal, but when you have to be committed to doing it every single day, like, that's, you know, that should be a boundary. At the end of the day, if somebody's not willing to put in that effort for themselves to even just get themselves back and forth to work or something, that's really important. Like, if somebody's not willing to take initiative just to get themselves to and from work, I'm sorry, but you have to know your worth and just be like, hey, you know, I really can't do that. That's not, you know, that's not something that works for me. You know what I mean? And circumstantial would just be, you know what you want out of your circumstances, like as far as, let's say, your living situation or work or just life in general. You know what you want, and do not allow your circumstances to be anything less than what you desire for yourself. And then from yourself, just make it clear to yourself that you're not going to put up with, you know, anything crazy from yourself either, because that's the thing, like, people can hold everybody else accountable except for themselves. And until you can hold yourself accountable, you cannot and you will not ever grow as a person. Because if you always just think that you're not the problem, then it's hard to grow. Like, you have to hold yourself accountable too. That's how this works. Of course, it's great to have other people hold you accountable, but there's nothing like holding yourself accountable for your own actions. So number two is just definitely gonna be surround yourself with positive people, positive energy, positive vibes. You know, overall a positive environment, period. Like, you never want to put yourself around people that don't have any goals or aspirations or anything like that in life. You just don't, because for one thing, if you're a go-getter and you're around people who are not go-getters, then they're going to constantly be encouraging you to be just like them. One thing I've definitely learned throughout my journey in life is that you are definitely a representation of the 5 people that you associate yourself with. That's a fact. It's scientifically proven. If you surround yourself with people who only want to drink and gossip all day, then guess what? That's going to be what you do. That's going to be a representation of you. Even though those qualities are very negative and you might not be a negative person, if you're hanging around negative people, then it's only the inevitable that it's going to rub off on you. If you were to surround yourself with people who are successful, like, let's say, entrepreneurs or business owners or real estate agents, you know, people who are successful, then you have no choice but to be successful yourself, because you're aligning yourself with the people that are already successful. You know, does that make sense? So I said all that to say this, positive vibes only, positive people only, because again, the goal here is to surround yourself with positive people so that you can be a positive person, and surround yourself with successful people so that you in turn can also align yourself to be successful. Because if you surround yourself with nobodies, and I know that sounds kind of harsh, you're gonna just be a nobody. Sorry. Number 3 is definitely gonna be change the way that you think about things. You are definitely what you think about, and if you focus on negative thoughts continuously all the time, then you're going to be a negative person and you're going to have negative thoughts rule you. But if you, on the offside of that, if you focus on the positive things and think positively, then you're going to focus more so on the positive things in life. The main goal is, in a nutshell, is to keep your thoughts positive overall. Being able to stay in a positive frequency is how you're able to attract your manifestations a lot more efficiently. And that's definitely something, I'm not gonna lie, that's something that can be hard, but it's definitely not impossible, if that makes sense. So yeah, in the long run, change the way that you think about things, because just the way that you think about things can mean the total difference between if you're successful or if you fail at something. So, you know, you kind of just want to weigh things out and make sure more often than not that you stay in a positive state of mind and a positive state of being. Okay, so number 4 is definitely going to be keep yourself busy. Like, seriously, there's nothing like keeping yourself busy. If you keep yourself busy a lot of the time, it's really hard to focus on negative people or negative thoughts or just people in general, you know. Keeping yourself busy is what's going to overall keep you in a better state of mind, because when you're busy, you don't have time to think about, you know, what's not right in your life or just whatever things that we as people take time to focus on about our lives and about our situations, about things that don't matter. If you stay busy, you know, you don't always think about those things. I guess I could give an example of staying busy. It would just be like, you know, working or cleaning your house or taking care of your children or whatever it is that you feel will occupy your mind to the extent that you need it to be occupied. I mean, decorate your home, just whatever it is, you know, do something to keep yourself busy. If you tend to sit alone with your thoughts, and I have a lot of experience with this, if you tend to just sit alone with your thoughts, you can get inside of your own head and make yourself depressed, you know, because you're constantly thinking about what you don't have or, you know, what you need or etc., different things like that. So it's best to keep yourself busy, for sure. Number 5 would definitely be stop comparing yourself. And I know I talk about this a lot. I've mentioned this in a few of my videos, but stop comparing yourself to people and things that just, I don't want to say that don't matter, because everybody matters, but stop comparing yourself and trying to make yourself like somebody else. Take a step back from social media if you need to. Correlate, you know, with yourself and just be alone with yourself. In my experience, you'll be so much happier if you just decide to take that step towards taking a step back from everything and not comparing yourself to this person or that person on social media, because 9 times out of 10, that person that's on social media doesn't even live the way that they're portraying themselves to live. So make sure that you have a purpose and a goal that you're working towards in your life. Don't just be an empty shell of a person. Make sure that you're working on something and that you have a passion, and, you know, set goals and move towards those goals. Don't just go through life, you know, just a soulless person and not trying to do anything better for yourself, because at the end of the day, if you go through life that way, then at the end of your life, there's just going to be a bunch of regret and a bunch of depression and a bunch of things that you wish that you could have done. And I've just never been a person that would want to live that way in my life. That's just me. And number 6 would definitely be put yourself first and take care of yourself first. Again, I know I say it in a lot of my videos, but if you do not put yourself first and take care of yourself first, how can you expect to pour out and take care of other people? It's just not impossible. It's not possible. You cannot pour from an empty cup. You can try all day long, but there's never going to be anything that comes out. So you cannot fix everybody else, nor can you fix everybody else's problems. But what you can do is you can fix yourself and you can resolve your own problems. Like, let's stop normalizing fixing everybody else's problems and start normalizing fixing our own problems and our own issues. Because in reality, if you're taking time out to fix somebody else, you're also broken. You're just not wanting to focus on your own brokenness. It's easier to focus on somebody else who's broken or perceived by you to be more broken than yourself. But if you're trying to fix somebody, then that means that you're already broken. And as I always say, self-love and self-maintenance is the most important thing. Again, just because we're taking care of ourselves doesn't mean that everybody else should fall at the wayside. That's not what this means. It means that in taking care of yourself, you can pour from a full cup and, you know, give pieces of yourself that you probably never would have been able to give before because you were an empty cup. So focus on yourself and take care of yourself, and honestly, that is the beginning to a mental level up, seriously, by taking care of yourself. Okay guys, so that is the end of this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really hope you got value from today's video, and go ahead and like, comment, subscribe down below. I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys, love you.